Hi, welcome to the Acton I'm going to say Acton Conservation, but Acton Cemetery Association meeting, or Acton, whatever we want to call it.
Cemetery Committee.
There we go. I got a name for it. My name's Lois Mishu. Tracy is to this side of me, and Rollins to this side.
And we are
Jay
live.
is absent, but he's going to be here hopefully by speakerphone. And Steve is absent, and he's planning on being here. He might be running a little
Can you hear
late.
us?
Yes, I can.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
Excellent, thank you.
You can hear us pretty good, huh?
Yep, I can.
He's Viva Telephone. Unfortunately, he's got his work keeps him occupied. I forgot to do an agenda, but a reading of the minutes is, are we all set? Those are the ones that were put out on the 26th. That Tracy did for us. Hopefully Tracy will be kind enough and do minutes again this time.
I will. I can at least,
Make a motion, we accept the minutes of the 26th November 2019 meeting.
I'm raising my hand to second that, but you can't see it.
Okay, it's been first and seconded. Those for? Those against? We're all set there, then the minutes are all set. I'll send home your wife a packet with you, but you've got some stuff in here that will just pertains to policies here in Town Hall and workshops and stuff like that. It's something that you can simply read at home, but it was sent to me, so I just want to make sure everybody gets a copy so they understand. I guess the biggest thing is I don't know if you realized it, Jay, but we had, on this Friday, our budget is due, what we would like to submit to having for funds. I think last year we ended up with a little over 28, because Steve did a percentage. Roland has recommended that we do about 3,000. Do you think that will be sufficient, or?
My opinion, if were we going to be purchasing tools this year?
We can probably do that, and not only that, we also, we're re-talking still about getting some stones done and stonework done, so that's going to be our contribution there too. So.
True, so we should definitely try to get, if he thinks we can push 3,000, definitely.
Well, the most that will happen is that they'll put us back what we had last year. I mean, I don't
that's probably a good ploy then.
Yeah, I don't foresee.
haggle.
Yeah, I don't foresee anything major other than a few. If they ask me why, I can tell them why. But normally they haven't asked me why lately. A lot of it is they know that we're trying to build it up so we can actually start replacing some of the stones that are necessary that the government won't replace because of the age or because of lack of paperwork. Because we're talking Revolutionary War. I don't know if you got Steve's information on what we needed and stuff like that. He actually sent me a copy, and I gave copies here, so everybody should have a copy of what he's put out and what is needed. And then, of course, I didn't do my job. I didn't go and see Sue like I had said I would or talk to her. I just been out straight with personal stuff. Unfortunately, it's been a wild year for me, and that's about where we're at. We still don't really have a chair.
You mean
I've been kind of acting chair.
board members?
And we got board members. I think the four of us have been at least sworn in for a little bit, but I've been kind of acting as a chair because it's only been the three of us because of Jay's working conditions. It's up to you guys. We can either continue or we can elect somebody else. I don't care either way. I mean, we've only...
Stay the course.
All right, because we've... He says stay the course. All right, we're going to stay the course. You want to stay with me here as chair, or you want to change it, Jerry?
I'm good with it as is. You're doing a good job.
I don't know about good job, but I try. Thank you. The other thing was, I guess, I'm going to send home that timeline again for you as far as being able to make the meeting is with the warrant and finance and selectmen.
Budget meeting.
The budget meeting for both, would be both for us and ASHES. They're usually the same day, and at which it'll be March 28th, I believe here, and they normally start their meetings at 9, and everybody has a segment. In other words, they have so much time to talk, I'll have to see if I can find out what the timeline would be, whether we talk before noon time or after. They do it in a group in a certain way, and I don't know a lot about it this year, because obviously I'm not on warrant and finance this year. I kind of limited myself. Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Anybody think about?
We still have a big map that we need to fill in.
Yeah, we still have the big map, workshop somewhere, I guess. Any ideas?
Sometime when it's not snowing, and
Sometime
not
when it's
20
not
below.
snowing, 20 below. That might be a good summer project. Oh, here comes Steve. We got Jay on speakerphone. So, and he's shaking his head. It's all right, you can pick it up. I had to put out extra mics, 'cause I wasn't sure. We didn't know if he'd make it in time. We're just down to the budget, which, like, you're an honorary member, so we can't really, you know.
Not a what?
He's an honorary member. He didn't swear himself back in. Honor his presence, because he wasn't sure about work and stuff. He's an honorary member. We're going to try for 3,000 this year and see where that takes us. The most that will happen is they'll cut it or put it back to where it was last year. And it's going to be done for Friday, so.
Oh, jeez.
I know, that's what I said.
No pressure.
No pressure, none at all. So I'll have to submit that via email to Michelle. Anything else that we're missing that we
Do
should
we
go over?
have to move on that?
Huh?
Do we have to make a
You want
motion
to
on
make,
that?
well, let's make a motion. Anybody, I'm gonna put it there. All those for putting the budget in for $3,000 this year, say aye.
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 Those against, say nay. I hear no nays, so I got the ayes, got it. The only reason I say is because we can't see Jay's hand. So I guess we're gonna go with it. Let's see, anything else besides herds? Like I said, I screwed up, I did not do that.
Right, and I didn't get in contact with the powers that be that distribute the stones,
Yeah,
so.
and that would be, like I said, your best bet would go through Mr. Reba and find out how he actually did
I do
it.
have the direct
Direct
information on
contract.
that.
The VA right through Washington?
This guy,
Yeah.
Memorial Products.
Yeah.
Find out exactly what they need.
The only thing I know that doesn't work is genealogy. And unfortunately, if we can only prove it through genealogy, which is down in Springvale, believe it or not, him being in the service is actually upstairs in the
Oh,
library, in the Springvale office. And plus with everything else we have in town, you guys, we also have it at Ashes in some of the books there. But beyond that, they don't accept it, so that's where we're kind of.
But Sue said there's something
She
down
said
in
she has papers.
Massachusetts.
She
Is
believes
that
she-
like discharge papers or enlistment?
That I don't know, that's something, we talked to her and she didn't really specify when we put the flags out this summer, so. I'm not really 100%.
No, we'll find out what they need.
All right, you find out what they need and hopefully I will find out what Sue has. I
That'll put
know.
the pressure on you to,
Yeah, right. Nothing
Say
pressures
hi.
me lately. Except for my temperament, but nothing pressures me. Anything else?
I don't think there was.
Thinking,
I didn't do signage either. I contacted Becky at Ashes.
Oh, yeah,
Asking
signs.
about if she could get information on the signs for the cemeteries that we've cleaned up, and our request for like a white sign with black border and black lettering. But I did it like right before she took off for Florida, so I haven't heard back from her since, so I'm
Well, I know
going to assume she's gonna finally contact us when
because
she's
the
coming
person in
back.
town that she contacted, I know who they are. They live on the other ridge from me, but it's just the
Which-
idea.
Which one is it? Which
Stanton
sign?
Signs.
What is it?
Stanton Signs. It's right on County Road.
Okay.
That I do know, but where she started it, I don't want to interfere, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
no, I don't blame you.
I don't
It was a
want to-
bugbear when we first joined
Right, I
about,
just-
yes, we're doing signs, no, we're not doing signs. We were
Right.
committed to doing signs, so,
And I don't want to put myself in that position where I get in the middle of something that's already pre-started by another committee. I'm not doing that, unless I'm asked, so. But,
As far as cemetery signs, all we've done is talk.
I know, we're trying.
So, I mean, if Ashes said one thing, it's
Well,
still in the.
how about if we put it
Right.
this way? We'll hear from Becky. If Becky can't get a straight answer as an Acton Cemetery group, we'll try to get a straight answer for our side of it. Does that work for you guys?
Yes,
Yep.
perfectly, yep.
Versus trying to, because I could probably talk, and I might be able to talk to Mary or her husband and see.
It's not something that we committed to,
Right.
the Ashes folks.
Right.
It was something that was verbally told to us a couple of years ago.
Right.
So, we only have just talked about,
Mm.
in addition to getting historical marker signs, to get cemetery signs.
Well, I figured if
back
we
in.
could do it as a group and do it together, sometimes the cost is more effective
Absolutely.
cost.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I was looking at that. But I mean, obviously, we can't hold up one group for another and vice versa.
Right.
So, how's your feeling on that, Jay?
Agreed.
I want to make sure you're still with us.
Yep.
So, is there anything else at this point, or? Anything, you're awful quiet tonight, Roland, you're awful scary.
I'm scary, thank you.
Usually you're not this quiet.
The list of markers that you had, did you have a Korean War one for the monument out front here?
No, I never did. I don't have one, and I never did look in as far as cleaning that one up. I drove by here like a week ago, and one of the flags was like, had
You talking the big, the big,
Up here.
yeah. So I got spare flags in the truck now, if that flag is still like flopping over. So I can
It's probably gone by now. Blew away.
The other thing is, as I don't know if we have to mention it now or afterwards, remember what we had talked about out front was kind of hollow sounding as far as
Yeah, underneath
Oh,
the,
Under,
yes.
under that,
Under the cement
under the
walkway.
cement walkway.
yeah.
Is that something you guys want me to bring up to the selectmen now to see what they want to do? Because they're, where it's budget season, if they have to budget it, it's
Yeah.
something that we have to do because,
that really doesn't belong to us. That's a monument thing that we adopted, I guess.
Yeah,
but-
well-
or You adopted.
that was something, technically, that was something that Olive did several years ago to remember everybody. I don't know if she did it on behalf of the town or behalf of the Conservation Committee, because at the time it was Conservation Cemetery Committee. So I'm really not sure how it was done.
But like, it does, I mean, it sounds like you said hollow, so there's something
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I just hate to see a big disaster happen all of a sudden, and
Yeah, it ends up down on H Road.
either that or ends up broken and somebody gets hurt. That was my other.
I mean,
objections.
yeah, if you can maybe bring it up to,
Well, we can try to find out, who actually owns that piece of property, okay? I don't know if the town owns it, if the church owns it, I doubt, seriously, if the cemetery committee owns it. We don't own nothing.
We don't own
We
anything.
technically don't own
Except-
anything, but we can
Except
give it
some,
up.
except some
Well,
garden
We
tools.
shouldn't, yeah.
But, we could try to find out if, who the actual owner of the property is, because, I mean, it's like, behind the building here, when they put the generator in, they were talking about needing to cut back some trees and whatnot, and there was some discussion as to, well, does the town own those trees, or, well, they don't, the church owns them. The line, is such that, the trees are church property, so, again, like I said, all we could do is try and find out, who actually owns that area out there.
Well, since Mr. Waterhouse is going to
Oh, sure.
the selectmen's
bring it
meeting
up
tomorrow
tomorrow
night,
night.
how about if we let him bring it up?
Don't forget.
I won't.
Don't forget, so we're going to let Mr. Waterhouse talk on that behalf,
I'm gonna put
and
it in the meeting.
because he goes to the selectmen's
TV.
meetings. That sound good to you, Jay?
Yes, I'm sure he's smiling.
Not really.
He did have a smile on his face.
Not a problem.
A real, one of them grins. So we'd appreciate it, though, because that way's a
I
head
will
start.
address it, and, I'm quite sure that they're not gonna know.
No, and that's why I said that would be a good
And I'm sure that
foot in
that's
the
gonna be
door.
something that'll get thrown, back at,
Us.
it'll probably get thrown back at the town administrator to try and dig up, who the hell owns that piece of property? I mean, granted, yes, it's a
Veteran walkway kind of deal.
veteran walkway, you
One's
know,
maintaining it, so,
well, you know, we did it last year, remember,
I mean,
Trace?
Yes.
we've
No.
kind of done it, and then I believe the church
And I
is.
guess the church, you know, does some, you know, cleaning of the, you know, dead leaves and whatnot out there. I know that there's, matter of fact, there was a guy that wanted to be on this committee. Remember?
Yes, it was Charlie, I think, who did some of it out
Charlie
there.
Heideck?
Yeah, I don't know, I can't pronounce his last name. You met him.
He's somebody that, you know, recently
You met with him.
met, or recently, you know, moved into town, and he is a veteran, and he made note of, you know, his,
Steve and Jen met with him, and they talked about whatever was going
Yeah.
on out front, and dealt with it. He didn't want to be on the committee.
I
He
thought
wanted to help
I
out.
thought he actually expressed interest.
Not right now.
Oh, well.
Got a lot on
Okay.
his plate, too, so.
But yes, I'll bring it up to the selectmen meeting
Very
tomorrow night.
appreciated. You can be a lovely person and email us all and let you know the results.
Good luck.
That's what I said.
I will try to, you know, let you all know what I find out, if anything.
If
Like I said,
anything.
you know, chances are I'm gonna bring it up, they're gonna say, we don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly doesn't belong to us. It certainly doesn't belong to me. So, you know, I mean, I would think it's actually, you know, town property, but
And that actually got put back probably in 1979.
so we'll
all
see.
that stuff, because Hannah's on there, and she went into the service right after she got out of the military, and that was in 79.
yeah, and it's in the book, one of those
One of those books.
centenary or
Yes.
sesquicentenary
Yeah,
books.
the 150th of Acton. Is there anything else we need to talk about? or do?
Did anybody get contacted by the people that own the new house on Nason Road?
I have, no, you did.
So, well,
Oh, no,
talked to
we
Jane-
both-
We talked to Jane Carmichael.
yeah.
I drove by there since they built the house, and I didn't realize, so have you guys driven by there?
No, I have not.
So if you go down Nason Road from here, the driveway is before that, like, open, like...
Where we used to go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then it goes around, so you can see the house behind the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't like build a road like right next to the cemetery. I don't know how far the driveway is.
I
but-
know that they intended to let us have, the Nasons intended to let us have a path into there at
Yeah.
all times. And they weren't going to sell the cemetery area, because I talked to two of the Nasons.
But it looks, just from the quick sneak that I got, it looks okay. And I know that new family wants to do the right things.
That's what I was going to say. Now, I know she contacted you, and I know I responded, and you were going to go out. Did she get the information she
I
wanted?
never heard back from her,
Oh, you
and I
didn't?
ever got back in touch with her.
This was the one that the tree branches were,
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
beautiful, the
huge.
thing's like massive, it's gotta be 200 years old, and it's very grand looking, but it looks like, a really bad windstorm's gonna knock it down.
the whole tree?
yeah,
Oh, it's not just branches. Oh,
Yeah, no, it's huge.
The
but-
thing is where the Nasons are still involved in their own cemetery, if they call me this year, because they come up and visit every summer. If they happen to call me this year, I'll mention it to them if they see about maybe moving it out.
Some of the branches can be, I think trimmed back, maybe the ones that go on over the headstones. We'll just have to take a site.
Is it inside the boundaries, or is it outside?
There's no boundaries.
There's really no boundaries to that one. It's one
but
of
so-
those, it's a catch-22.
Trees right here, and all the headstones are right here.
Right. So kind of like,
So if it fell any a
Oh,
certain
it
way,
could-
it
it could-
could cause some macabre.
right, if it
Oh, it
goes
would-
this way, it'd be fine, if it goes backwards, but if it goes forward, it could.
The roots take up some of the nasons, that's not cool.
Yeah, and I'm sure those roots are deep, too.
Oh, yeah, this is
That's
a
why I
huge
say
tree. This
it's-
makes this table look small.
I'm wondering if
It's
we should
awesome
assess it before it falls.
I think I took a nice picture and put it on Facebook, so,
You did, or you
I
will?
think I did.
I don't remember.
But anyway, actually, I don't want to clean the headstones because they've weathered really nicely.
Yeah.
It's,
It's very, I don't know, if you haven't been out there, it's
No,
very
I
nice. I'll
I have
take
never
you for a
had any
trip.
reason to go down that road, so
You don't go that way home?
don't even think I've ever, No.
Oh, okay.
The Goose Pond is right there. Why would I take a
Because if you take it out, go that way, it's a shortcut right through.
Take what out
six
where?
of one and half a dozen of another?
Actually, yeah,
Yeah,
going
Mason
home from
Road.
here, if you went down,
Yeah, here.
yeah,
Well, you,
anyway.
It's 6 of one and half a dozen of
Sam
another.
Page.
Sam Page
We'll do
to
math.
Mason to Goose Pond.
Mason is what, a left-hand turn?
Yes.
Off from
Yes.
San Page?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
on to Goose. And I
Goose.
understand what she's saying, but it's like,
It's just a force of habit. You go the one way it is. But yeah, well, we'll have to take you over there this summer or spring and let you see it. And you was, if you didn't like Rogers Cemetery, you're just gonna love this one.
the one that's out there in the sticks, that was just,
That tree was looking,
yes. Oh, boy.
Uh-huh. You'll
So,
just
yeah, that-
love this one.
I'm
You'll
sure
be
I'll-
standing quite the distance away.
I'll
Go-
take a
that's
drive
pretty.
down there.
You can't see it from the road. You gotta get out of your vehicle and try. Just to let you know.
And I'll do it in the daylight.
Yes, you do have to do it during the day. And if you don't know exactly where it is, I can take you
not a very
sometime
big
if it's
road.
not. Yeah, but if you don't know where it is, you'll miss it.
Google.
Okay, hopefully.
I talked to Emily Enger and her husband Shane. They live right near Shapley Corner. Emily has helped us out with cemeteries in the past. Her husband is a firefighter in Old Orchard Beach, so I'm helping them actually with some 487 fire stuff that they're going to do down there. But he does volunteer here in town, and she said, or he said they have a drone. If we want to do some kind of drone thing or map stuff out.
Really?
Yeah, so, that could help us out, you know, I guess.
How, do you, you don't have any more firefighter flags, do you?
Yeah, I've got like a whole box.
All right,
And I think I have some too.
all right. So this year, we won't have to order firefighter flags. I'll need some from you guys in order to finish off what I need to
Might
do.
need to get
but-
some more staples, though.
That's-
Because I have like like that box is not doubled up, and like the 200 of the US ones I don't think are, but.
All right, and if you guys do make bills, they gotta go through, the new policy, they gotta go through me to get to them, so just let you know.
Red tape.
So I just figured I'd let you know. So if you and Jay do make bills, I have to get them approved before we can continue, so just remember that. So anything else? You're too quiet, Roland. 3 months off gives me a worry wart.
I haven't been hiding,
I have been.
I know.
And I'm gonna go back to
and
hibernation.
I understand why, so
I'm going back
I'm
to
not giving
hibernation.
you any grief.
Anything else? Jay, I hear you rattling papers. Are you finding something on us or not?
No. I'm just looking at drawings while listening to you guys talk.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to put in?
So-
in?
Well, I mean, the drone thing sounds interesting for mapping. I mean, or whatever they're going to do with that. So,
It could be. I saw a piece on, actually, it was on a TV show, Swamp People. The guys that go hunting alligators. And they were in Florida, the one, Troy. He was in Florida trying to help some people, and they were, Florida's got a hell of a damn problem with invasive species of all kinds of stuff, snakes, iguanas, whatever. They ended up using a drone. They were trying to find, this lady had said that she had like this 13-foot boa that had been seen in her yard and whatnot. And he ended up going to the lady's house, and he had somebody else show up there to meet him, and the guy ended up going underneath the house. He come out with a damn snake skin, because snakes do shed their skins. He came out with a snake skin, and that was easily 13 foot long, easily. But they ended up going out on a hunt for trying to find this, 13-foot snake. And they ended up using a drone. Some guy, volunteered to, fly his drone, and it had, like heat sensing.
Red stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
snakes are not hot.
Well, not really, snakes are cold-blooded. But, they don't do a whole lot of moving around when it's cold, et cetera. So, but they ended up finding that damn 13-foot snake with, using the drone. They also found a bunch of other snakes using the drone. And, it was, I was watching them going, wow, and it would show the picture, of the drone, what the drone was flying over. I was like, oh, what's that right there? Oh, damn, that's a snake.
That's the good part about cold up here. The only good part is it keeps those large critters,
Well, we don't have any large snakes.
Only thing
thankfully.
we have that I know you gotta be aware of are timber rattlers, and
Yeah.
you're on your own.
They've
And don't,
been-
if you're numb enough to put your head in the.
They've been an endangered
They don't
species so
do it.
long that I don't
But it
think
would be,
anyone's-
it might be an interesting thing to
could be a lot of
if
fun.
somebody came up with, the ability to do a flyover,
Another view of the, we can't see.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the six.
Yeah, and the other thing that's interesting with those drones, they have this thing called LiDAR, and basically it's used to look at the topography to measure different things, but it can basically see a little bit into the ground, so obviously we can't get to that point, but eventually you can use it to find graves.
Could be.
Yeah, from a drone. So it's pretty interesting stuff that's coming up.
It would save us a lot of footwork. Steve's a lot of, no bugs for Steve.
No
He
tickies.
doesn't like ticks, so hey, that would work. And I don't like snakes, so
I don't think anybody likes ticks.
These, Steve, on your paperwork, the six ones that we haven't gotten, do you know if we can get them and what the prices would be?
Yeah, the aluminum ones are about $25 or so each. I do have an 1812, I do have a Rev War, or 2 Rev Wars I think we had listed.
We got
So-
1812, we got a Rev, another 1812, and 3 more Reverend.
How did Simeon Brackett not end up with a flag holder?
He probably could have gotten one and not,
This, the date of when, the last time I edited this was July, and this is, I don't know, because I said the same thing too.
So we got one on John Brackett's, because it says on his stone that he was Civil War. Joshua Brackett is of Rev War. He had his flag. Were we short a flag holder when we cleaned up the brackets?
I think we were. I think he did not have the older gentleman, which is the father to Simeon, did not have one because we had a hard time reading his stone and we had to go back and check him out.
Joshua's is like really bad.
Right, we had
really
to go
bad.
back and reread him and he did not have
But
it.
Simeon's the one that you fixed. You used
Yeah,
that
that's
epoxy,
that
we got
epoxy
it
to fix.
standing up and fixed.
No, but for those of you who don't realize, what we're trying to do is get the holder to match their war versus just a plain old veteran one. We do use the veteran ones if we have nothing else in stock, but we're trying to catch up with ourselves. And at this point, it looks like Steve has done a really well job, and we're down to 6 of them that just need to be fixed.
And that's
handled.
that's maybe a third of the cemeteries that we have.
Yeah, well, it's better than,
I think I had more, but I lost.
that's all right. I've lost my paperwork and process of too, but we'll just take it a little bit at a time, and as you share it, I'll make sure everybody else shares it, that way everybody else has what we need. But a lot of this
I have
is...
to take inventory of what we have,
Yeah.
because we have some in with my flags, and then we had some in the garage that we pulled the broken sticks out of. But I think those were all the generic ones.
Those were generic, because those were...
Yeah, I got 3 more of those for Jay if he wants them
Yeah.
in the truck.
So that's kind of what we're doing. And also, Jay, I don't know if he's done it lately, but he's been recycling tin cans for making holders. He's actually gonna get a little better at it and hopefully be good at it, and we won't have to spend so much money all the time, maybe.
Yep.
We'll have to go for that. And actually, I have the one that he actually did. I meant to bring it in to show the selectmen, and I haven't got that far yet. So it ain't lost, it's still at my house. I came close to using it because I needed one, but I didn't do it.
Well, that's what it's for.
But other than that, anything else?
That about tackles the old business and some new business.
What do we got? You got anything else for new business other than making a new meeting? And of course, I'll make sure that this gets done. I'll make sure that we get that $3,000 in. Hopefully, that'll be enough or suit what they were looking for. I'm just looking at the calendar, guys, so. Do we want to do another one next month, or do we want to wait another month, or what do we want to do?
Well, what did we want to do for the workshop? Did
I
we
don't know.
want to
Well,
do it
did you-
in here, or?
I agree with you, warmer weather. We need Jay for that. It can't be just.
Map work or?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we can discuss that after the fact. Because I don't know when town hall, and I have to work with town hall, what's being used, what isn't being used. Find out what the calendar reads. I can
Because
get,
we can, I mean, we can use the Ashes building too. We just need to make sure that there's not 10 feet of snow.
well, that's kind of
to
what
get
I
into
was
it.
thinking, because that way, maybe like in
The lights
April.
still, I was over there on Saturday with the Youngers and the lights still work, so.
Now, we have our first meeting at Ashes in April, right?
Yes,
Okay. Weather pending, I guess.
in the pile of snow.
Maybe we can discuss that for a workshop for the map set, because that way if we do need, because we can put, that way we don't have to fight for the room, I guess.
Right.
And we won't have to worry about it, and it's just a workshop, and Jen said if it's just a workshop, it doesn't need to be filmed, because what are they gonna
Right.
do, stand over our shoulders? And watch us pin a pin? So we can do that, we can wait until, do that, what, spring? Spring? Mm-hmm. Spring? Jay, spring to mark on the
Yep.
map, maybe at the Ashes
Sure.
building?
Yep.
And that way we could actually use some of their history part if we need to, too. And the books are right there, so it won't be too bad. All right, if you guys want to go with a February, the last Tuesday in February is the 25th. I don't know if that will work for everybody, not work for everybody. If we want to go for another February, or if we want to skip, go to March, you guys tell me.
February's fine.
February's fine? February fine with you, Jay?
Sure, whatever Tracy commands me.
Uh-oh.
That was a dirty look.
Yeah. So how does Tuesday, February 25th sound at 6 o'clock?
That works.
All right.
Works.
All right. That is the plan. Same thing goes. Can't make it, get flu, get colds now. Bad weather, just don't come. If the weather's too bad, I will try calling you guys. I know even Shapley, the act is different, even acting to my end, to Rollins' end is different. We can go from there. Okay, sound good, Jay?
Sounds good.
All right, anything else you need to add to us?
Nope.
Okay, I need a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
I need a second. I guess we're gonna continue.
Come on, Tracy, do something.
I guess we're gonna continue.
Wow.
Wow, how's the weather at your house today?
Second it?
I need a second. I guess we don't have a second. I guess we're gonna be stuck in this building.
I'll second it again.
There's a second from Jay. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. I guess we're going home, and it's approximately 6:35, 6:40. Have a good day, Jay, and thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.